You can suck my dick, friends switch up when you in the best truck. Always want fuck, tell the bitch good luck. Always want fuck, cause it just came up. Drugs in my nose, good drugs in my fuck. Fuck elbow feet with a brand new bitch. In the back of the club with the cowboy clip. Iced out teeth on the iced out whip. With the limousine tints, you can suck my dick. Friends switch up when you in the best truck. Always want fuck, tell the bitch good luck. Always want fuck, cause it just came up. Drugs in my nose, good drugs in my cup.
What you know about rolling down in the deep, 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 deep? What you know about rolling down in the deep, 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 deep? What you know about rolling down in the deep, 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 down in the down in the down in the down. What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. She say that I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I believe in G-O-D, don't believe in T-H-U-T. She keep playing me dumb. I'm a player for fun. Y'all don't really know my mental. Let me give you the picture like this. Falling out in a drought, no flow, rain was pouring down. See that pain was all around. See my mode was kinda lounge. Didn't know which way to turn. Flow was cool, but I still felt burned. Energy up, you can feel my surge. I'ma kill everything like this. What you know about yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that shit in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people don't talk too much. Put that shit in slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut.
Feeling like rain colors all day. Going like I'm gone for the vacay. Instead of two-time kind of replay. Spin it back, would you please visit the DJ? Day. Going like I'm gone for the vacay. Going like I'm gone for the vacay. Going like I'm gone for the vacay. Gay. Money
All right. What is going on, guys? There is the bell. I hope everyone's having a good one this morning as the market is opening and the SPY is falling down this morning. It's a pretty rough drop to the downside. Essentially, well, I mean, it was very close, within like 20, 30 cents of giving back all of the FOMC gains from yesterday, which those gains weren't that crazy, but let's just say from the bottom to the top, nice 1.5% move on SPY. I mean, that's pretty respectful. That's a pretty bad drop this morning as well. There's been a lot of news coming out today. There were some initial jobless claims this morning. Now the drop really happened before that, though. There's going to be existing home sales. Trump was coming out this morning, making a lot of comments. I know people are kind of still worried about what the Federal Reserve was saying yesterday. Obviously, they're seeing like less growth with the economy. They're looking at higher inflation, so it's a little bit of a rough thing to see. The SPY is pulling back, though, pretty hard this morning, even at open. Continuing the pullback here. What's up, Pew Pew, Winston, Hunter, Toby, Andrew, Corbin, Chase, First Last, Huncho, Tangy, RSB, TJ, Rook, Alcohol, or Jason, I'll say. What's up? What is your profile pic today, Jason? I can't ever see what it is. Is that a chart, though? 235. I like this resistance on Tesla. Pretty big level. I've had it marked since yesterday. It's already bounced off of it here today, this morning. Pretty big resistance. If Tesla ends up ripping past this, that could end up being a good sign to the upside. That would be beautiful to see. There is a very good pre-market support at 232. Oh no, you're good, Jason. I just can't see it because it's so small. I was just wondering what it was. That's all. I like it, 235. I've always wondered what it was. Good morning, Steven. Go check out the watch list here. Aora Cannabis is leading the way today. ACB. Kind of weird. Chewy's up 1%. CHWI. CHWI. Right at the high from yesterday. I'd like to see a good breakout past that. MU climbing the watch list pretty well. Now, MU looks like it's getting a good move going. It's been holding some key support the past couple days, too. Keep watching MU. Good PA there. Nice. NVIDIA. Very nice comeback today. Advanced Money Destroyer. Moving up again. I love watching AMD to the upside. In the short term. I was loving it to the downside for a lot of this downside action, but it's been forming a pretty good base down here. Moving up and out of it pretty well. Now, I'm talking more on a weekly basis, not like just an intraday basis there. But what's going on, everybody? How'd you guys like the FOMC event yesterday? Kind of weird to see the market give back all those gains. SPY's holding the low of pre-market, though. Bouncing around that 562 support. Starting to come back. We're getting a lot of good movement out of the tech stocks here. Like, look at Mag 7. Meta, NVIDIA. Google's coming back off the dip. Same with Amazon. Tesla and Apple are kind of slow, but Microsoft's pretty slow, too. But they're coming back a little. Go check GLD gold this morning. Kind of down. Silver's down too. The NASDAQ or QQQ is going to be testing 480. I have resistance right here at like 479.30. Any crazy growth stocks out there you guys are watching this morning? QBTS has really roared up the watch list. Ooh. Uh-oh. QBTS looks awfully interesting here. I totally forgot it was March Madness. I only remembered because you guys brought it up in the chat. I like this QQQ action on this resistance, though. SPY starting to turn back over a little bit. I'm gonna start sounding like RFK in a minute. Winston says bear day. I'm not totally on the bear side yet today. DBTS reacting a lot up here at the top. See if it breaks back through this trend. Or if we get a good rip. Reacting in a weird way here. QUBT resistance 8.37 coming into play. The quantum stocks on watch. SMR is on watch. Starting to rip back to the upside here. $19 resistance. Watching that for a break, but it dipped really hard this morning. Oklo moving too. A nice little bounce. It could be better. I didn't love those dips out of these stocks this morning in pre-market. It's in a very weird setup right now. Pretty good movement back up, though, on the recovery. Nvidia still going. There we go. 119.50. 120 resistance about to come into play on Nvidia. I really want to see a good breakout of this range. That would be nice. 120 for a good break here today. Good opportunity. It's going to be a tough resistance. Let's check it on the book map. I'll bet there's a lot of sellers probably stacked at 120. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. 120, 121, and 122 all have quite a bit. Gate, I love that you actually said that. Gate said these moves are so fast. There's no way you can react to them in a meaningful way unless you prepare your moves ahead. That is an awesome point, and I keep stressing to people in the Discord and in the chats and everything that you need to have a plan ready before you get into a play, and then act on said plan, execute on said plan once the price action starts to work out the way that you're looking for. I think that's the best way to go, honestly, Gate. Just reacting in the moment, honestly, is kind of a tough way to trade. BKs is looking for an MU bookie. All right, MU. Micron. It's not wanting to load the data. There we go. Load up the data. 105 is pretty solid here. Yeah, 105 and then 110 after is more major. There's some littler levels mixed in here, like 106, 108, but 105 definitely has a lot of sellers there. Micron. It's been rejecting around 104.50 here this week. Monday morning. You need a quantum computer to react fast enough. I actually I've had the thought, and I'm sure that this already goes on out there, but like, I would think a lot of people might try to use quantum for, you know, stuff like this. I'm sure that that's already been something that goes on, but you know, with these guys, with how much money they got and stuff in the background, you never know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think in the future it definitely will be if it hasn't. Imagine whenever that starts to happen, then we're gonna have some, or like even on a more mainstream scale. That'd be wild. I wonder. I have a thought, but I want to make sure of something real quick. So, yeah, obviously there's like a lot of regulations with HFTs, high frequency trading. But I'm curious what, you know, I'm curious like what they could do legally that would be, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Interesting topic. Quantum. I'm just wondering if it could just cause a lot more craziness or volatility or something wild like that. But you'd have to have a really long thought out process. Of course, that's a long conversation. Tesla rejecting off this 235 resistance, having a lot of problems holding up and through here. I know, Poe, but imagine when it is. There's a lot of people out there that say that it's quicker than a lot of those people say, too. Like it'll come quicker. Even some of those companies say it's going to come quicker. 86.50 Palantir resistance having trouble just like Tesla. But Palantir is actually testing it right now again. This would be a nice breakout of this little range of for Palantir this morning. Let's go. It's right there at the top. And there it goes, a little bit past for now. Looks pretty solid. Yeah, it kind of does, Coconut. Mike always says he always recommends this book called Flash Boys. You should check it out. Flash Boys. Tesla 235 resistance here. Come on, Tesla, let's get through. This is like the third or fourth test of this morning. Fails to get through every single time. Gates said this setup was so nasty. Instant gap down on the open, which would normally make you stop and wait for the price action to stabilize, but then suddenly the price action shot to the upside. It was a little bit weird at open today. It just kind of, SPY fell down right to support. Honestly, kind of held support very well. Guess you could say it was the but I like how it held that low pre-market. Pretty solid. Fairly easy to identify there. But at open, there's so much volatility, you know, it could have flushed if there was enough negative sentiment. Tesla rejected again. My gosh, Tesla. Get through this resistance here. 235. Wow. Cannot get through there. DXYZ is pushing. First last said. The Destiny Tech 100. Which has SpaceX as their top holding, I believe. Let me go triple check. But I'm like 99.9% sure. Yep, SpaceX is 36.9% of their portfolio. OpenAI is 5%. Revolut, 12.2%. Axiom Space, 5.9%. And others. Like Epic Games is in there. Instacart. Stripe. Klarna. Discord is in there. Annual management fee is 2.5%. Be aware of that. Hence why I was waiting for a bigger flush today. Yeah, you know, I kind of didn't either, Gate. I didn't really see anything that made me stand out or stood out to me as like many super bullish statements. I thought that it was more of like, okay, he's kind of talking about like pausing and being more careful here and assessing the incoming craziness with tariffs and Trump. Now, here's the thing that happened this morning, Gate. Trump actually came out this morning and he said that the Federal Reserve needs to start doing rate cuts in anticipation of these tariffs to kind of offset it. This was a huge article this morning, huge headline. I'm gonna pull it up here. SPY's pulling up pretty good though, starting to recover up in a great way. Trump says the Fed should cut rates to ease the economy's transition into tariffs. They're saying here it could stir more inflation. Markets expect Fed to wait till June. Yep. June on the first cut right now. Let's refresh this page, see if the percentage is updated. Okay, it even went more towards a cut for June, which is interesting. Especially, I'm sure that this article might have swayed the percentage a little bit more even, too. Or this headline. I don't want to say the article because they're just kind of taking what Trump wrote, but... He said, do the right thing. Trump said, April 2nd is Liberation Day in America. Liberation Day. Back to the SPY. SPY looks pretty good here. Loving this PA. Broke this pre-market resistance around 565.40, 565.50. Yeah, the home data. I don't really think the market's going to react too much to the existing home sales data. I guess we'll see if it comes in away from expectations. Normally, though, existing home sales don't really cause too much action. I say that with, like, italics too much. You know, it's dependent. Of course, sometimes it will, but it's not like inflation data or something like that. It'd be nice, though, to see SPY get some action off of it. A good directional move would be awesome. If it would allow it. So far, a pretty good pop from open. Go check Meta today. It's been pretty nice today as well. This song's interesting. Down in some ice cold water there. Coconut said we need to flush real estate speculators out of the system. True. That definitely hurts things a little bit, in my opinion. But that's such a crucial part of like the economy and stuff. I don't know that could happen. Now, the thing that I get a little weirded out about is how these institutions like BlackRock go around buying up like a ton of houses and stuff. It gets a little bit weird with that, you know. But like, let's say your average guy wants to go like invest in real estate and, you know, do that type of stuff. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. But it gets weird though whenever you get these companies so large that it's starting to kind of impact things a little bit. And I'm not like a housing expert, so don't like quote me on these things either, but it's just what I think about a little bit. Meta, though, good break. I like that little break here. 562. Good job. But it is running into some resistance here. There is some pretty solid resistance. Very close to like 598 and then 600. $600 will be crucial here. Watching Futu off 106, Profit said. Wow. Pretty decent pop back today. It's a weird move how it dipped down so hard. It almost looks like it wants to try to start to fill the gap back up. That would be a nice run with Futu. I like it, Profit. A weird drop this morning, though, I gotta say. Notice, though, there is like a bit of a trend actually going on. go to the hourly here. Let's check if it's on the trend or not. Pretty much is. It's in a pretty crucial spot. It's definitely at like that pre-market resistance. Very weird PA here with Futu. What do I think about Bitcoin, Aller asked. For sure, yeah, you know, Bitcoin is pretty huge. I've been watching it kind of play out lately as it dropped under that $90,000 mark, and it's been coming back to test it again. 90,000. It's starting to rip back off these lows up to like 88,000, which is pretty interesting. $88,000. Wow. Weird to say, you know, Bitcoin at these prices whenever... It's wild. Like, whenever I first started trading and getting into trading in a big way, Bitcoin was like, you know, 500, 600. It's kind of nuts to say. Chase said, poor QBTS. I know, those quantum stocks, they just could not sustain that run this morning. Man, it really bounced off the trend and kept going too, but I noticed on my watch list earlier, they fell way down. Open. How about Uber? Looking pretty good on the watch list. Uber has actually some decent action this morning so far. Go check App Lovin', which has been pretty hot in the short term. Nothing too much today. Snap right around the top of the watch list. Seems like it's hitting a little bit of resistance, though. DraftKings actually held really well here on this intraday support. 38.70. I've had that level marked for the past few days with DraftKings. DraftKings could maybe get on a little March Madness run. What do you guys think? That could be extremely interesting here. DraftKings up to 39. All right, DraftKings, pretty decent action today. Pretty good. Holding on my watch list fairly high. I love that support hold though, 38.70. It's running up into resistance, but I love the way it's setting up for a possible break of this resistance. It actually tested this resistance yesterday, and it's already testing again. That's pretty bad. Yeah, Mike in the Discord just said not bad for shorting some puts, and honestly, not a bad spot. I already hold a metric shit ton of DraftKings, but man, it would be pretty awesome to, you know, you could short some puts here at like the $36 support, something like that. I mean, I really like that support there. If you get stuck in at 36, of course, you know, you would just wait and then average in again, but really not a bad idea. Now, of course, you'd have to have a lot of capital to do this. And I'm not going to say a ton of capital, but it's going to be like every 100 share lot's going to be like $3,900. So you're going to be looking at each contract. You're going to have like 3,900 collateral there. So, you do like 3 contracts. You need like a little over 10 grand or something. 11 grand. Not terrible, but then if it drops, you have to be able to commit again, and continue averaging in. But that's if you went 3. Most people probably are going to go 1 contract if they were to do that, but really not terrible. Let's see expirations here. I'm going to go check it out. April 17th, about a month out. Go with like the 35 strike. Yeah, really not bad. Like $70 premium you'd get. Now 65, it switched a little. It's jumping around a little bit, but $37.50, you get like $130 premium. That would be better, $37.50. But that's pretty close to the money. Still pretty close to support though, but man, look at that base right here. If you weren't into shorting puts, you could maybe just swing it. You could maybe just swing shares. Like you could stop out like right under here. You could like set this trade up like this. Stop out underneath here. Target to the upside like $44. Something along these lines. Really not a bad way to go. I mean, maybe even more. I mean, I don't know how willing you are to scale out, but like, you could maybe exit like half at like this $44 resistance and then like hold the rest, I'm gonna mark a little mark here, draw like a little arrow. Yeah, I mean, really not terrible here. Yeah, probably have to get like a couple months worth of time. Let's go check the check the chain real quick. Let's go out to like May 16th. Can I control Z this? Oh, there we go. Go out to like May 16th. Yeah, I'd want to go out to like May. Looking at like some calls here. You could probably go with like, let's see here. Not a lot of volume here on these calls, but there is good open interest. Man, these calls today, though, have like no volume to them. Like none. I would say I like this strike in the money here, the 37 strike. It's like $445 a contract right now. There's 151 volume on that one today. It's pretty decent. It's in the money. I think it would put you in an advantageous position to hold for longer. You might not see like as huge of gains. If you wanted to get a little riskier with it, you could probably go with like the 40 strike calls. Really not bad either. I would say if you wanted to go out of the money, 40 strike is what I'd go with. Again, no volume today though on the 40 strike. There's like a little gap on the bid and ask as well. So if you were going to enter, you'd have to enter at like 2.76, you know, maybe like something like along those lines.
So let me give you the picture like this. Falling out in a drought, no flow rain was pouring down. See that pain was all around. See my mode was kind of lounge. Didn't know which way to turn. Flow was cool, but I still felt burned. Energy up, you can feel my surge. I'ma kill everything like this.
Z pop after macro data. Z, Zillow. You know what? They've been dipping a lot from earnings. That actually looks like a pretty advantageous play here. Look at that support that they're bouncing off of with Zillow. It's actually breaking a little bit above this recent resistance around like 72 to 72.50. Very nice take profit. I like this setup quite a bit. Very similar to the DraftKings, honestly. The risk-reward ratio could be great on like this hourly chart as well. You know, I guess if you go to 68 with it, it's a little, makes it a little harder. But on an intraday basis for like a quick scalp, I mean, my gosh, it is flying off the charts, guys. If you're a momentum trader, this could be a fun one here. You clicked the link for Bookmap. Here, let me give you our link. If you should go to our link, and here, this will like take you to our like Bookmap page. Check this out. Make sure that you also understand that whenever you go to get Bookmap, after you sign up for Bookmap, you're going to have to also, on Bookmap's website, sign up for DX Feed as well, which gives you access to see the stock data. Just wanted to make sure you knew that. Buy calls, Mason said. I'm about to lose money on March Madness. That's funny. I wonder if they'll end up doing good. There's always a risk that comes out that like they lose money from it too. But I would expect that they win. With all these crazy parlays and stuff that go on now. Hey, Tom, can you go over your thoughts on DraftKings again? Yeah, for sure. Looking at DraftKings right now, it's in a pretty advantageous position on the daily and hourly charts. It's been dipping down quite a bit, and it's on pretty key support. I have a pretty good risk-reward ratio set up here for the DraftKings position. Looking at it right now, let's go to the hourly again. It's been dipping a lot in the short term, and you can tell that there's a base starting to form. Essentially, March Madness is starting, and we could maybe see DraftKings see like some positivity into this March Madness event going on here. At the same time, they also just had a massive dip, and I would think that some traders could be buying up the dip, and that's kind of what I'm looking at right now with DraftKings in the short term. I think there could be a possible position here to the upside with some calls. More specifically, I was looking at like the 40 strikes for May 16th and also the 37 strikes for May 16th. But then again, you know, you guys can modify the strikes, I guess, how you want, but just realize that that could go against risk a little bit for you. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at with DraftKings. Of course, I do like shorting puts on DraftKings as well. Like, you know, I was looking at these 37 50 strike puts for April. I thought that was a fairly good strike to short, and then 35. Those two would be pretty advantageous here. But then again, only do shorting puts if you understand what they are. And you could also say shorting puts, cash secured puts, selling puts to open, you know, however you want to say it. But yep, that's kind of the rundown there. Back to the SPY here really quickly. My gosh, it was like looking through window blinds when it was all scrunched up like that. Mason said the house never loses. SPY running up into this 568 resistance. Pretty good resistance, but it's good to see SPY also popping up in such a positive way. A lot of Mag 7 continued. Apple really roared back, which is nice. Microsoft. Nvidia got choppy, but the rest made up for it. And then some. Can you explain why the entry prices move after I enter and set up my PL on TradingView? Shane, what do you mean exactly by that? Why the entry prices move after I enter? I feel like I have to adjust it too much sometimes. I'm a little lost on that, Shane. Take profits at Roblox. You're looking to short it. It's running up into pretty good resistance here. That's what I was kind of thinking, Demure. Yeah, okay. I think I see now. I think I see now what you're meaning now, Shane. Yeah, like so like if you set up like on DraftKings, like let's just say right now it's at a price and the option's at a certain price, you're saying like by the time that you set it up and enter, if the price changes, right? Yeah, Shane, it sounds like... So, it definitely sounds like either a market or limit order problem to me, like Poe said. I think you're probably entering with market orders, and what it's doing is it's just filling you at whatever price is on the market at that time, and the price can shift. You know, if Intel goes from 27.10 to 27.11, 12, 13, 15, then 13, 14, 12, 17, 10, 17, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, it could go like that super quick. You know, like if we watch a time in sales, you can see it jump around like that. And I'm assuming that you just got filled at like a slightly higher price because Intel was moving as you entered. Now, if you did like a limit order, it would be a lot better for you there. It would keep you... It would make sure that you got entered at your price that you set. Like, let's say, you know, 27 or 2407. I think that's what you meant, Shane. Maybe not. It's just hard to understand on that explanation there. I don't... Tesla looking pretty good. I like the way it's holding out up above 235 now. Very decent. Love to see it. Shane said, okay, so on Robinhood, I should do a limit order instead of just buying at the time. Yeah, definitely. 100%. You should probably do limit orders every single time, Shane, because of that exact problem. Now, if you're trading stocks and it's actually like a normal stock, it's not some weird super low volume penny stock, you could get away with market orders like 90+% of the time. If you're trading like Intel stock, like if you get filled like, let's say 3 cents off, 5 cents off, something like that on shares, it's not the biggest deal unless you're like day trading thousands and thousands of shares at once, which that could be the case. But I would just say, why not options? But I digress. That's why I hotkey my broker to get filled as soon as possible with the limit. Robinhood also kind of sucks. Like let's be honest here. You're probably sending off that order, and Robinhood's probably like something's going on and it's not filling you right away or something. That's probably another issue. Like if you had like Thinkorswim or something along those lines, you might be getting better fill prices. Robinhood is known for terrible fills. And since you said it happens over time, I'm wondering if like it's happening over time because it's filling you at like different prices. Since it's like market, you might be getting filled like a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here and a little bit there. Like not all at once, maybe. You can actually set something up usually where you can do like an all or nothing fill. Yeah, it is pretty shady. Pew Pew said, okay, so things are looking green so far. Just have to hope the White House doesn't do a random press briefing. They probably will. I'm out of here. I made some profit. I'm done. Bye-bye. See you later, Demure. Go get some good breakfast today with your profit. Special omelets today. NASDAQ looks pretty hot. Love the breakout. Let's go. Just looking through some of your guys' past messages here, in case I missed anything. Citigroup looking pretty good, 72.60. The banks definitely came back alive a little bit more today. All right, music switch. It just restarted. What are we going to today? We're going to go to... ...1990s throwbacks. Whoa. And 2000s. Oh, Mason said no. Oh, too late. Do you expect volatility today, Aller said. I do expect some volatility, yes. While we were setting up DraftKings, the existing home sales came out. Ended up being a lot more than expected. While we were setting up DraftKings, it really got that SPY pumping back up there. Nice to see. Gonna be coming up towards 570 now. You can see on the 1 minute chart though how it really pumped here at that existing home sales data. So it definitely got the SPY to move a little bit here. I'm not saying that that's gonna be what fuels the whole run all day, but sales were only higher annually in the highest price categories, above 750,000. The count is based on closings, so contracts signed in December and January, when mortgage rates were rising and briefly held in the 7% range on the 30-year fixed. Rates today are in the high 6%. Home buyers are slowly entering the market. Mortgage rates have not changed much, but more inventory and choices are releasing pent-up housing demand. Sales were only higher annually in the highest price categories above 750K. Sales around the median price were down 3% year over year. Oh, okay. The median price of a household sold in February was $398,400, a record. A record. Wow. So first-time buyers edged back into the market, making up 31% of February sales compared with 26% the year before. Investors pulled back, though, accounting for only 16% of sales, down from 21%. Weird. So the investors are pulling out from last year, and the first-time buyers are coming in. Weird. I like this. Why so many people are getting scam texts saying they have unpaid tolls. That's been a huge thing lately. Rich Palantir investor cash buyers probably. Speaking of Palantir today, looking pretty good today. Starting to break this double top. It's been pretty hot all day. Up and down, it's kind of staircasing up, but pretty consistent. Nvidia trying to bounce off these supports. I like 118.30 holding up really well. We might see a secondary pop back to the upside today out of Nvidia. If you're out there today and you're looking for a possible trade idea, a breakout of this little range could be huge. Watch for the 120 touch or a move very close to there. Nvidia 120. 404,000 shares. Starting to break. Looks pretty hot. I think it's gonna go on a little run. We'll see how much of a break it can get going though. It needs to get a clear one, but tough momentum here. How high MSTR? Ooh, it's at 310. It's at pretty big resistance right now. I think it might end up slowing up here. This is a pretty big level here on MSTR. You're thinking the same, Nvidia? It needs to really get going here, though. It's like at a crucial point on this setup. Needs to like re-break this little high here. 119.25. Me too, Gate. I was also kind of surprised. I thought like 568 we would see a little meaningful of a pullback, but SPY did just touch major resistance at 570.
Peace up, A-Town. Yeah,
Little rejection back. Like all the problems went away in a blink. That's how the market is. Gotta love market volatility, right? I guess one thing to remember with the SPY is that it's still fairly low. Like, on the overall run, I'm going to go to SPX because I have too many SPY drawings, but let's just say we're looking at SPX here. It's still overall pretty low. What we could actually be seeing right now is just still a little recovery before more of like a pullback to the downside. Now, I'm not saying that we're necessarily going to re-break the low, but, you know, we might hit like 5,800 resistance and reject right back where this little peak was. I think on SPY, it's like 575. Very crucial resistance there. I just expect it to keep slowing up at these on the way up. But my point is that we're still pretty low. You could just be seeing like natural like pullback to the upside here off of these lows too. It's pretty rare, especially the past couple years, that the SPY would pull back more than it has now. If it does start to pull back more than it does now, I would start to get worried about like a 2022 situation. Definitely a larger drop if that starts to happen, but I'm definitely not like forecasting that. That's not like what I'm necessarily looking for. I'm more of like just like looking at a lot of different hypotheticals, different scenarios, and as they play out, that'll help me manage my positions and stuff better. Tangy said a lot of people expect the rejection off the 200 moving average. Yeah, I know that's a big one everyone looks at. You know, though, everybody talks about market makers, though. Like, if the market makers really wanted to screw everybody over, they would just make that. They would just make the SPY rip right through that. I feel like people only bring up the MMs when they want. If SPY goes lower, that means holders like me completely cashed out. So far, I only partially cashed out, Coconut said. Yeah, be careful selling at lows.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fuck, it's not your birthday. You'll find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Look, mommy, I got the X, I'm getting into taking drugs. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug, get into getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Look, mommy, I got the X, I'm getting into taking drugs. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug, get into getting rough. When I pull up out front, you see the
I just started buying SPY again after selling at 606. That's kind of where I am, Tangy. It's like, it's more of like buy time. Even if it keeps going, just average in. Oh my god, it snowed where you are, Mason? It's supposed to snow here, too. I guess it didn't, though. Nibbles, but yeah, I'm a buyer. Nibble away. Oh, Coconut sold last year, I see.
club is on. I'm with my eye at your bitch. If she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, let the motherfucker burn. If they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. If niggas hate to let them hate them, watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside the head with a bottle of bull. They know where we fucking be. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Look, mommy, I got that.
Tom, we got a Hellcat Red Eye on the lot. Ooh. Is it a Charger or a Challenger? How much are you guys gonna try to sell it for? Okay, Challenger then. Just got it. You know how many miles it has? That's pretty crazy. I'm gonna tell him what price he should sell it for. I know the prices on these things like the back of my hand. Palantir 88 coming into play. Big resistance on Palantir here. Hey, let's go. We got the Biggie out here.
All right.
Come on, Palantir. Let's get through that resistance. Get up through there. 235 support on Tesla. Wow. Oh, wow. It's a 2021. Let's look at STLA. Does Stellantis make those Dodges? I don't even know how all that works with Stellantis and Dodge and Ram and all that crap anymore. Oh, they do? Okay. I thought so. It all got weird a few years ago, and I got lost. I didn't pay too much attention. Clyde said, I want to stay in meta calls, but I need a little pullback, LOL. You want to stay in, but you need a pullback to stay in. It looks pretty hot here. 608, I like this move up. I like this resistance. 613 on meta as well. Honestly, it's ripping to the upside today, but it's probably going to slow up pretty soon. It's at a major spot. I'd probably look to exit soon. If you start to see a good rejection soon here, if it doesn't reject here, definitely 612 will probably see some action. Meta can get wild sometimes, but it's already up 4%. I wouldn't think it could get much higher than 612 at like the highest. Maybe up to this next resistance, 620, but that would be one hell of a pop today. I'd be very surprised to see that. All right, let's see. Oh, he asked about what should we sell it for? Yeah, so it's a 2021. It's a red eye, which is a big deal. That's a pretty big deal. The red eye motors actually have a lot beefier internals and a lot more done to them. They make nearly 800 horsepower, pretty much. It's a 2021. Is it a wide body? I'm assuming it's a wide body. If not, I mean, it'll be like 6K less. But I'm going to say somewhere right around 65,000 is probably what you guys are going to probably try to sell it for. Maybe 62 to 65, I would guess. Depending, you know, maybe if it's a wide body, maybe more. $62, $65. Maybe not. Maybe it might hit the 70s. Maybe like maybe 65, 70. If it's a wide body, I'd say maybe like almost 70. But if it's a non-wide body, probably like 62, 65. Okay. Oh, you have it for sale? Nice. Mason said 65. Yeah, that's pretty much my guess. Oh, it is a wide body. Okay. And he's doing 69. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Palantir, $88 resistance. Still holding up. Hell yeah, we get some M&M action here this morning. Bring your profits to my store, Jason said. Do you have any other crazy cars there? Like, do you have any, like, supercars or anything like that? Like McLarens or anything along that? Maybe BMW M5s or something? I'm not saying that an M5 is a supercar, but I'm just saying. 572 plus on SPY, Gates said. 570 is starting to break here. Double topped. Looks like SPY is starting to get through that 570 range. Let's go. That's huge. Kanji Man said the PLTW weekly pay Palantir derivative is working out really nice. PLTW. Glad to hear that, Tanji. It's starting to actually, it's bouncing pretty well. I like how it does the dividends like that. So how much dividends do you get like per week, Tanji? Let's see. Oh, it says it right here. 45 cents. Gotcha. Okay. Did they like up the dividend or something? Or did they make more money? Or is it because Palantir recovered? Is that why you got more dividends there? I haven't really looked into PLTW besides just talking with you on it on the outside. I noticed though that dividend had a big jump on that last weekly payout. My word. Sometimes the shit just seems everybody only wants to discuss me. So this must mean I'm disgusting. But it's just me, I'm just obscene. So I'm not the first king. You know why it's gonna go up? Because everybody's scared AF right now and expects a pullback. I love that, Gate. That is a good way to kind of think about things sometimes. I think about things like that a lot. Especially like right now on like the daily chart, everyone's worried. Thinking we're gonna all crash into oblivion. We might, but probably not. Yeah, it's a lot of green. I like that NASDAQ here. Very good momentum. I thought maybe at this point the SPY might slow up on the day, but immediate breakthrough here. Great sign. All right, guys, quick intermission. Got to grab some more water. Just give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Mag 7 time. Ooh, look at Tesla. Tesla looks like it's trying to like prime for a run. Nvidia's starting to break out pretty well too. Don't forget the setup from earlier up to 120. Hopefully you can get some good breakout action.
your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Like a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass him be. The state where you never find a dance floor empty and pimp speed. On a mission for them greens. Lean, mean, money making machines serving fiends. I've been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon, now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city making pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down for California, yeah. West Coast. That's right.
All right, let's go. What is going on, guys? Meta's on fire here this morning, up to 610. We've been watching it throughout the morning, of course. Up to 600 and then even higher than $600 somehow. Ended up even getting through, which was amazing.
That's right.
4.29%. Nice banger on the surge bot this morning. Hit over 200%. Mason posted up in discussion chat. I guess it's okay to talk about it now. It's already went up, right? I try not to mention them on the stream because I don't want to be giving them away, you know? But already up 200%, might as well. Kraken in talks to acquire Ninja Trader. That's kind of funny. Ninja Trader. I haven't heard of Ninja Trader in a long time. People don't bring that one up too much. It used to be one of my favorite platforms back in the day. Yeah, pretty nice though on Meta, 200% plus a banger there. You guys are interested in the trading floor? Check out the link I just sent. Get in on the Surge Bot action. We had a good live Q&A last night as well. If you guys are in the trading floor and you missed the live Q&A last night, go check out the live Q&A replay. It's called a Live Event Replays channel in the Discord. You scroll down into the trading floor. It's just under that. There's extras, and then there's bonus bots. And essentially, it's in the extras. You just go to Live Event Replays. Iron Condors.
get back. That's the part of success. If you believe in the X,
Pretty awesome video. Check it out. New strategy for you guys to deploy. We do those videos every single Wednesday for trading floor members, of course. And it's live, so you can technically ask questions while it's live as well, and we'll answer them for you, which is pretty cool. Only been a member for a few days. I can already see the Discord will take me to the next level. Thanks 160% on Meta. Took my gains and ran. Beautiful, Hunter. I like that profile picture too with the fish. Let's go. Awesome. Glad to have you on the stream. Travis said it gives a warning before the stock has massive movement. Yeah, I mean, you know, of course, not every single play is going to pop off, okay? So we need to understand that. And as traders, you know, we try to make sure that you also have a good setup, a good strategy, and everything like that in place to make sure that you are able to play the plays correctly. But number two, a lot of times, you know, there's good momentum in the moment. Like, for example, a lot of times there might be, like with Meta today, right? Meta started popping off at open. SurgeBot calls it out. It saw some good momentum at 847. So, like, it already moved a little bit. We really just had to see a good continuation occur, and obviously that happened today as stocks continued to rip into the heavens. Now, will this happen every single time, 200% plus? No, definitely not. We like to recommend some strategies like scaling out, things like that. You know, there was a first major resistance coming up around 600 on Meta. That was a great spot to scale out at on the way up, and then you could hold a few more contracts and maybe scale out at the next resistances that you identify. But yeah, check it out. It's awesome. There's a lot of cool tools and stuff like that in there. Really want to make sure that you guys get on the right strategies and the right mindset, though. One thing we really try to focus on. Steven said, I'm with you. This channel is the missing piece. Let's go. Hell yeah.
All right.
Boeing. Little slowdown today. They were really popping off yesterday morning. Nice news. Tesla just tested 235 support and is now trying to rip back up. Attempting to go back. Let's go check on Ford. $10.11, not terrible.
Power and the money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour. Everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't. I guess they won't. I guess they
Ford is trying to move a little bit. General Motors has been one that's been on my radar a little bit lately. Recently, they had some $6 billion share buybacks. They also increased their dividend. They've had some decent news. They're really in a big channel, though. And they just tested the top. So I've been watching it closely the past few days, kind of like watching and waiting for like a little break of the channel. Maybe I'll put like an alert here at $50.30. I'll get alerted on the breakout of it, but I really thought that break would come here on this test. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm definitely going to be watching, though, if it comes back to the bottom of the range and back up. I'll be looking for it on that next test, but overall, this base that formed down here is pretty nice. There could just be a lot more chop, though, before it finally gets up and out. Wild range. But keep it on the radar for the next couple weeks, because it could get fun on the breakout. And maybe over the next couple weeks, of course, also get a good plan going to, you know, identify and play the break. I haven't looked at US Steel in a long time. Ticker symbol X. They had all that crazy news going on about getting bought out by Nippon Steel and all that type of stuff and all that good jazz, and I think that they blocked the deal, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check. It's been a long time since I've looked at it. People are saying it still has a chance to get done as at the end of February. I mean, come on. At this point, do we think it really could? That's funny how there's articles out saying it could still happen. I thought that they had blocked it. I guess anything can happen. I mean, I guess like if the article, you know, I guess anything could technically happen. Like Trump could change his mind or something, right? I guess.
They just cut the check, so I'm up in the slip. I take for J to the neck, then I stretch to start my day. I hit the cash dance. It's different now. I was down then, but that's all in the past tense, so I can't stop.
Not going anywhere till 572's reach, Gates said. We're seeing a little pullback here right now at 570, which is pretty huge. This is a big level here on the SPY. It's not good to see it turning over here, I'd say, but it doesn't mean the run's done, but the rate going up at a high slope. I don't got no work-life balance. I'm never throwing a towel in. The pen game hella nice with it. The flow heavy like a hydrant, but it come with a pattern. I'm laughing at badgering. All of them boys that won't bite it. I keep my center and shine like I'm supposed to. The way I deliver, they pose to. I thought it'd be down already, Gates said. I haven't bought it yet, that's why. It's starting to come down pretty well. Nvidia was looking pretty good here on its run. It made a new high of the day and immediately rejected. I'm going to be watching for Nvidia to try to hold somewhere here as support and get back. If it doesn't come here, this is going to be a bad sign for the SPY.
I saw indeed.
Apple book map, please. Let's see, AAPL. Cornish beat me to it. Right as I was about to post it. I was gonna get that one this time. I was paying attention. Yeah, that's funny. He beat you too. That's funny. I have like muscle memory, Mason. Like I didn't even like mean to like almost send it off. It just was something that like I naturally did. That's kind of funny.
full of bros and my blood love. All is all love. AWD, I got a newer clutch.
Because I happened to read it right away.
You could call me up since you know
Citigroup 7280. The banks are still looking decent today. Let's go check out that heat map. Meta's the real outlier here. I like that, not bad. Pretty good action, Meta. A 610 rejection.
Yeah, I heard you knocking, but my nigga, I am not here. Watch out for the company you keep, cause people mad with. I will pull up on you and address it, I am not scared. We just looking down on these niggas from the top stairs. We've been dropping back to back to back, but it don't stop here. People love to tell me their opinion, I do not care. Way that we keep bodying these tracks, man, it is not fit. Way that God keep blessing me.
I'm looking for 5, 6, 7 on a retest, but they won't give it to me. Yeah, they probably won't. 5, 6, 8's a pretty good spot. We'll probably see SPY chop a little bit, like around this range. It is even testing this like really small wick right here. Again, though, that's pretty minor intraday, but it could still move. Yeah. Definitely the worst pullback of the day now. Could be a shift in the PA here. Short-term shift. Here's Nvidia trying to hold. Advanced Money Destroyer. Check on DraftKings, which is still just holding its ground. Let's go, DraftKings. Make it happen.
Money getter, big show stopper, 4 kids having no chain rocker, make my business, work my business, count them digits, earn them winnings. I see you in my review.
Go check LVS Las Vegas Sands. A 44 resistance here.
I've been to myself, just me lately. I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot, no. Just me and the fam, few friends ain't playing. I don't speak a lot. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop.
Las Vegas Sands. They get some action sometimes. What about Caesars? MGM. What is FanDuel? I think it's FLUT. Flutter. Flutters looks pretty hot today, 1.26%. Looking at them, they dipped really hard in the short term. Wow. Here's this DraftKings setup again, if you guys were interested. Still looking pretty solid.
To myself, just me lately. I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot, no. Just me and the fam, few friends ain't playing. I don't speak a lot. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I can't stop.
Back to the SPY. Our favorite. I'm gonna marry the SPY instead of my fiance, I think. With how much I look at it all day. Plug Power. Pretty decent recovery here today, but they just are so low volume and it's such weird price action. Roku was pretty good yesterday. Looking good again. Oh shit. That's right. Guys, join up in this March Madness bracket with Mason and myself. I hope it's not too late. Hurry up and do it. Password's bullish. Click that link and get your bracket in quick. The winner is going to get a Ferrari. It might not be a full-size Ferrari, but Mason put a picture of it in the chat the other night. It might be a Hot Wheels Ferrari, but that's funny. Yeah, get in that. Chase is in there, I think, right? Spy is about as bipolar as my wife, so it makes sense, Chase said.
Call me Bucky, niggas lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing. How a nigga rapping conscious but he ignorant? How he find the hood but still gon' go legitimate? How he fuck a bunch of bitches but they still respect the women? He still rolling this another, he just got the window tinted. Homie stab me in the back and that can never be forgiven. And my pounds been itching, man, I like the superstition. You can't have my phone number unless we running up the digits. Let me meditate, I just need a couple minutes. Tryna low by me, my cojones to the big ass. Bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like.
Yeah, I know you're kidding, Chase. I know. That's funny. Pew Pew said, I don't know how people listen to whatever this is. This is like 90s and 2000s hits. Like this is probably like I don't know, T-Pain or something. I don't know who it is. Sorry though. I try to switch it around a lot because everybody dislikes everything. I play rock, people hate that. I play country, people hate that. I play electro, people hate that. I play this, people hate that. I think the only thing that gets the most amount of love is probably like the 80s and 70s and like the rock. Like that, I think that gets the most love around here, I've noticed. I've been noticing. Yeah, I'm with you, Pew Pew. I do think about that though. Like the one thing that really sucks is that the music is kind of rough. We might have to go to like non-copyrighted music eventually. I heard YouTube was like cracking down more on that type of stuff, so we're getting a little pressed on that. Taiwan Semiconductors really popping off intraday here, 2.35%. Wow. TSM with the extension. Wow, very nice TSM, 178. Look at this dip on the daily chart with Taiwan Semiconductors. Held up really well here. Rook said, Tom, we think Ovi's scoring again tonight? Oh, shit. Are they on? I'm going to have to go bet on it. I'm just kidding. Now you got me excited, though. I might. Started with a buck, now I tell a label match it. Yeah, I've been my own boss. I took that leap of faith, yeah, I really dove off. Nothing I need to say, I let the words show off. Got me all excited. Let's go see. Oh yeah, they're facing the Flyers. Oh god. Ooh, the spread is 2 goals on this one. That's a pretty... I like the spread on this game, man. Going Capitals on the spread?
Really been going back to back to back.
It's 1.5. It's not 2, it's 1.5.
Like the neighborhood warriors.
I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none, I go swish, that's an A1, I stay with no A1, tell the chef, I said thanks, tell I'm in the bank, tell my mom I'm living good, tell my kids don't stress a thing, I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags.
It's only like plus 100 or something, but...
Wake up, I don't say nothing, I'm on go, I don't stay long, I've been up now, that's the case wine, I've been down too, like this day strong, I got summer toys for the...
Yeah, Ovechkin's goal is only plus 100, so it's pretty bad.
I keep making noise.
Man, they have the odds really bad on that.
You can never void. I don't miss.
They have it pretty much that it's like 50-50 that he's going to score a goal. That's crazy.
I go swish. That's an A1. I stay with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the...
Oh, he did score?
I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bag.
I think the Caps could win the playoffs again. Rook said it's almost like Ohtani going on the 50-50 run. You know what I think it's really like? It's kind of like how Albert Pujols was chasing that 700 home run record a couple of years ago. Or like LeBron, how he chased the scoring record recently.
I don't go bust and I go play Jay, watch me ski. Yeah, I see you now, I could tell you watching me. I go ghost, but tell me I'm more like his lead. Rockstar, baby, turn pop star.
Yeah, the milestone bets. They probably are gonna make it where you can start doing stuff like that. Could you imagine that? Like you can bet on like if they get in the Hall of Fame or not, and then like the bet works out in like 40 years or like, you know, like 30 years or something. That'd be so funny. That'd be the dumbest stuff. TSM, there we go. Nice extension. That's what it is. What's harder in your opinion, a goal or a home run? I'm going to say home run because you only get 4 at-bats. Oh, like in one game? Yeah, I would say home run betting is way harder. Yeah. That's a good question, though. Spy still rejecting at 570. It tried to run through it and definitely slowed up a lot right now. Nvidia kept it up, though. Very nice break. Saw Manny just post a book map in the Discord with those sellers at 120 that we were looking at earlier today. $477,000 shares there. So Nvidia got it done. It got up to 120, which was nice. Pretty close. Yeah, it really should be plus 200. Now, here's the thing that I wonder, Mason, is on one specific night, like, I wonder, like, if it's like a lefty starter, like if they have the numbers different, or if it's like a righty starter, or if the starter, if like it matches up to Ohtani worse. Like, I wonder if they like look at that stuff, like the one guy throws a slider and the other guy throws a curveball and the other guy throws a two-seam with run and the other one throws a cutter and a sinker and a like maybe Ohtani fares worse against some of those. I don't know. I would think that they factor that in though. Yeah, it's probably some insane AI that they use. Some insane like coding shit. Palantir making a good break here. Let's go. Breaking the high a day, making a new high. 88.80 coming into play. Watch for 89 to 90. Wow, let's go.
My image is got reaching deep in the pot. I got features of people like lost. Yeah. RIP on me. TT. The melanin on me, my cheekbone is native. The soil is my where I walk. Some beavers on me, my nigga go figure. My inner make enemy scoff. Admit it, your energy off. My frequency killer, you soft. I show people love that act like they above it, but switch when they see me, I'm lost.
It really is, Rook. I think that's why baseball is one of the more fun games, is that there's so much stats, there's a lot of data. And I get it, there's like lots of stats for other sports too, but I think that there's just a like, it's like a statistician's like game. I don't know why, like it feels like that.
Women looking at me, she think I'm needing her on. I'm doing me for me, hun. I never needed no.
I still need one more player for my fantasy league. Can somebody please join? Mason, I'll let you join for free, man, if you pay attention to it.
I don't talk too much, but the diamonds talking loud. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they say.
Yeah. Many people don't like it because of that, but yeah, you got to look at it like every night, every day. Last year, whenever I had my daughter, it was my worst fantasy year in a long time, and I like didn't pay attention good, and I forgot to put starters in, and but hey, if anybody out there does fantasy baseball or anything and you want to join one, let me know. I have one slot. We draft tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time.
And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they fuck about what they say. I can't hear them from the clouds. I'm way up, nothing less than. And I'ma stay up. Can't hear them from the clouds.
God, please save them for me.
How do you think Micron is going to react to the earnings call tonight? Currently freeing up some buying power from a few of my lost cause investments. Don't try to play Micron though. Be very wary of that. I personally think Micron has a good shot to pop based off of the chart. But just because the chart setup looks good to me does not mean that the earnings will make it go up. So I don't even want to guess on the earnings. It's like a 50-50 coin flip. I do like the chart setup though. I like the way it's held its support. I like the way it's testing here really nice at 100 recently and holding. I love that. If the earnings pull it under 100 though, it's going to be a bad sign. Bad sign. But it looks hot right now. The stock looks primed for a break in my opinion. Yeah, but sketchy earnings. You never know with those. Coconuts at baseball was too hard. I got lucky, I guess. My whole family was into baseball, and I played baseball since I was like 2 years old. At least like T-ball. My grandpa was a catcher for the Cardinals back in the day, in the minor leagues, during like 1948 to like 1955 or something like that. He got drafted at 15 years old. I think because of like World War II or something. It helped. So I was always into baseball. They watched like every single Cardinals game. I was always at my grandparents' house, and they had the Cardinals on every single night. And this is back when they were good, though. So like, it was like 2000, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Once you got to like 2015, they like went really downhill. But
I put my friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do.
QQQ, nice 484 resistance. My father-in-law's a retired Astros pitcher. Now that's badass. Is it Nolan Ryan? No, I'm just kidding. If that were the case, Chase, you better be selling some more puts. You better give me his phone number, man, if that was the case. Palantir up to like $89. $90 resistance. He said Brandon Puffer. Really? I've never heard of that one. Brandon Puffer. Wow, okay. A long time ago, I see. 2002 to 2005, during that same time. Okay. Pretty cool. To just even get there is like a feat of its own, honestly. His career ERA was 5. Looks like he was a bullpen guy. Houston was like really bad during those years, weren't they? He played on the Padres and the Giants too a couple years later. That's pretty cool. Let me see his minor league career. He probably had a long one. Oh yeah, he did. That guy was in the minor leagues for like 12 years or something. Wow. Palantir, yes sir. 89.50. Let's get it. 89.50. Wow. Brandon Puffer in the minor leagues had 1 year where he pitched 44 games and had a 2.91 ERA. That's pretty good. He had a few really good minor league years. 1 year in Double-A, he pitched in 56 games and he had a 2.07 ERA. Damn. Those are pretty good numbers here in the minors. Man, that guy killed it in the minor leagues. That's really cool. I'm a stat nerd, so sorry you guys had to hear that. Yeah, I mean, even to just get there, Chase, it's a really good feat. It's a really good feat to even get there. How's meta looking as of right now, Tom? It's starting to hit this big resistance around 610, starting to slow up a bit, pulling back towards 600 possibly. That's what I'm watching for. It hasn't really shown any signs of major pullback yet. It could still be on a nice uptrend on the day, but I definitely see it getting towards major resistance. 612, I don't really see it breaking out too much past there today, unless there's some type of like massive headline or something like that that gets a lot of bullishness going. SPY even is forming like a head and shoulders pattern intraday. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we're getting a little head and shoulders action on the SPY. We'll do like a... See, we got our head, we got our neckline. Going to be watching it for a possible pullback to further to the downside here. Maybe more towards like 565 or 560 maybe even. Tesla pulling back under intraday support at 235. Not the best thing to see for Tesla here in intraday. It was really trying to hold that level multiple times and started to really give out here. Not a good sign. Luisa, I can't ride. I need coffee. What are the news today? I'm really breaking my arms in my account when I will go back to 147.22. Arms breaking your account. You want it to go back to 147.22. Can't hold too long with the Robinhood interest rates. The good news is it is at the bottom of a big dip. You could see a short-term recovery. 147.22 though is pretty far away. Gosh, I really pray that it can test that before it falls lower for you. If it starts to pop good, I think it could get to that level for you in about a week or two. Maybe 2 to 3 weeks if we start to see a really good recovery.
And I'm swerving. If a nigga try to holler, she gon' curve him. We came from under buzz like a Persian. We been staying in our lane, ain't no merging. Wrap a nigga like a motherfucking turban. Yeah, these niggas all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no Suburbans. If I say I need my money, then it's urgent. Yeah, they want me to quit. Yeah, they want me to shift. But as long as I'm alive, we gon' keep on making hits. While they steady shooting bricks, man, it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. Me and Dale back to back, and yeah, I'm dishing the assist.
560 would be crazy today. 560 would be pretty crazy, I think. I'm not looking for that. Maybe a test of the low of day or low of pre-market, but I don't think it'll get that low. Gonna have to keep our eyes out for some Trump news, though.
Mode with the best, though. That's a major key.
1 sec.
I'm your favorite G, I think it's best. Yo. Stop with all the grilling, I'm on jet fuel. Taking off, clear the runway, now they cannot clip my wings. Yeah, they suck, they ain't homie, they ain't even on the scene. Play it smart, they don't know me, they just know what they see. What it costs to get flea, but this style ain't free. It's that swag, it's that splash. One roll move, that's your ass. Do the dash, keep a stash, just in case they tryna flash. Never lag, we don't slack, tell her I was running back. I don't brag, I'm relaxed, I'm not into all of that, yeah. It's really just the fam and my dogs. I just gotta make a call. I ain't into all that chatting, not at all.
Sorry, I was doing something really quick in the background, guys.
Going hard, we on deck, please don't make them. Try your luck, touch me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang.
Taking care of something real quick. Gotta hit the gym. Sounds good, Chase. See you later. Have a great rest of your Thirsty Thursday. Brooke said, Tom, what's your take on the VWAP indicator? Good for intraday. I'm just trying to learn more. Thanks. I've heard that from down the grapevine, I've heard that the VWAP is fairly useless. I have heard that people look at it intraday to just kind of see if it's either above or below average. You can use it for that, but I've heard that looking for bounces and stuff like that on the VWAP is not something that is very quantifiable. Doesn't usually play out like that.
Other children showed me life is very cruel. Father told me keep my head up, shoot for the moon. The confidence he wanted for his son found in a spoon.
This the not off from front streets and back blocks where they selling knockoffs. The meth look
No
like
problem,
rock
Rook.
salt. My 9 to 5 was cop dimes, just small crimes. We small time, they rob me.
QQQ pulling back pretty hard right now with the SPY. We could be seeing a larger intraday pullback starting to play out. Going back to check the watch list again. ACB 9%. They've been kind of leading the way all morning though. Carvana started ripping a little bit today. Meta was the fun play this morning. It actually just made a new high of the day again and touched 610, which is major resistance here. 610 is huge on Meta.
What's a fiend to a seller? Opposites, but the cloth is familiar. Wrong for the ride or just along for the ride. Either way, the boy turned to a man when he died. No songs, just thoughts.
My book maps like aren't wanting to load today. Like not the new ones anyways. They take forever.
Look, baby, I'm way too high to be worried about what a nigga say about me. I'm way too fly to be coming down, dishing out game for the free. I'm way too fine not to go and run the numbers up and hit them with a fee. You way too dry to be.
What else?
I'm running up my partners, I'm too activated now. They know that I'm popping, I ain't had to say it now. I've been out here
losing track.
She gon' let me rub it, flip it, smack it, lay it down. Big racks on the line, fuck beefing with a bum. Yapping on the gram, he ain't eating on the crumb. Fucking with a stepper, baby.
Yeah, that surge bot play was definitely a banger on Meta today. That was a fire one. Had some good momentum and had a great continuation, even past 600. Great trade there. Jeremy said, you know, Ross believes in that VWAP pretty consistently. Yeah, I mean, that's cool, Jeremy. I mean, everybody has their own strategies. Hunter has worked with a lot of big institutions and hedge funds and stuff like that. And Hunter has said that they do not really rely on that for bounces or anything like that he has seen intraday. But he said he has noticed that they use it maybe to see if a stock is above or below the average that day. That's it. I guess take that for how you want. You know, I guess if you want the full on, go check Hunter. But I don't use it. I don't believe in RSI or MACD or VWAP or anything like that too much. Jeremy said it lags too much for you. Gotcha. I know it's a fairly popular strategy though, and thing that people like to look at. It's just not my thing. AFRM actually is at $50. That is huge. I used to look at that a lot more when I first started trading, like back around like 2016, 2017. But I haven't looked at it in a long time. Go check QBTS. Ended up falling off a lot there. Wow. I know that we already looked at this. It's kind of consolidated at the bottom now, but just crazy to see how much it fell off after trying to run at open. Neo had a massive pullback today. They were really hot in the short term too, and man, they just pulled back in a massive way. They had a great pop though this week on Monday and into Tuesday. Hey, Luis. Let's go with the super. Hey. I appreciate that. Let's go.
All right.
Thank you, Luis, with the 777 again. Thanks for the kind words, as always. Just can't keep my mitts off those Japanese banks. Tangy Man's Adventures in Japanese Bank Chapter 4 up 28.33%. MUFG. Wow. 26% on SMFG. I gotta see these. Zoom out more on these dailies. SMFG. Damn. They've really been ripping up here, Tangy. My word. What a good rip out of these stocks. They're pretty like low price too, so it seems like on the swings they move quite a bit. Whoa, Tesla with that major sell-off. We saw it start to break under that support a few minutes ago, but it really sold off in a massive way, right back down to the 230 support. Wow. I knew that was a terrible sign as that broke, but... Tangy, are you trying to play like some of that Japanese yen bullshit that they do over there? I heard some more headlines about that last night.
Let me not even say this shit. I just ran out of my patience. I just got tired of waiting and got here myself. Niggas want me to believe in the dream.
No problem, Ramen. No problem, no problem. They just have ass piles of cash. Gotcha. Just set it in the flesh show. Send a text mail to give a wet clothes on the paper wave to make a drip drip with the left lobe in the left stroke. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. Yeah. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love. Flex up. I'ma make plays, I'ma go long. Never look back so long. I need a flex up. I need a check, yeah. Shawty on 10, finna go up. Bring that to the crib, let me show love. Let's go check Citigroup. $73 resistance, pretty good. Gonna probably slow up here today. Probably won't get too much more action left to it. I did like their movement this morning, though, quite a bit. Nvidia, still keeping them on the radar. They got that huge 120 resistance and rejected. They might be on a pullback mode here. Just keep them on the radar as they get back down into support. Testing 119 right now. 118 is pretty large, just under here. Looking at the Mag 7, lots of pullbacks all at once. It makes sense that the SPY pulls back as well. But all right, guys, I think we're going to call the stream there. I'm going to go get some breakfast. Gonna chill out for a couple minutes. Hop in the chat and get ready for the video tonight. Hope you guys all have a fantastic one. It's Thirsty Thursday after all. That means you're supposed to go out there and drink extra water today. Stay hydrated. You guys probably thought I was going to say go drink some beer or something, didn't you? You thought so. You thought so. 25 on Ovi for a goal tonight, Rook said. Let's get it. Oh, man, you're tempting me to join in. All right, see you guys later. Have a great one. See you in the Discord. Thanks again, Luis.